All right. Can you see my screen okay?
I can, yep, everything looks great.
Okay. Well, I'm going to actually start on the website first, and then we'll come back to the app if that's okay.
Certainly.
Okay. So this is your website, your Perks Advantage website, and your URL is right up here at the top, macfitness.ny.kingston.perksadvantage.com. So you can either go straight to that address, or you can link to this address off of your main website or your Facebook or wherever you want to create a link to this page from. And this is where your members, when not using their mobile device, can find all of your merchant discounts that you've got in your program. So for instance, we already have one entered here for you, excuse me, in the food and restaurant category. We've got Pizza Hut. That's what we just put in a test offer, 10% off. They can view the map. And when I'm in the map section, whatever category I'm in, that's what it's going to show. But since we only have one entry here, it's just going to show the one specific entry. And you can also show them on the map. This will show all of your entries here on the map. And this is now where you are going to actually log in to enter your merchant discounts as you acquire them. So I just hit login right here, up there at the top. And your username and password, I can email them to you if I haven't already, but here's the Perx admin, and it's got MacFit KNY for the username, and the password is just MacFitKNY for the password. Now once I log in, you can now see there's a new tab that appeared up here at the top. And if I select that for Perks Manager, now this is where I can either edit existing offers or add new ones. Or if you have a whole bunch in here, I can actually search for, let's say I wanted to find one that was just pizza. I'd hit pizza, and it will bring up everything that's pizza. So it's kind of a way to filter all your items here using your search. I'm going to go ahead and edit one just to kind of show you what the form looks like when it's populated. So I'm now editing the test entry that we have put in here for you. So first thing you'll do is select the category from the ones that we have available. Give it a name, most likely the merchant name, the actual discount that the member can receive by showing their Perks card. So when does it expire? You can use a check mark to make it active. If you select the featured box, it actually puts it in the little scrolling area on top on the home page. So it's another way to highlight your merchants, whether that you want to do that just on your own or potentially charge them a fee for that. Here's where you actually upload the logo file, and we just got that off of Google. Representative, email, phone, their website, any particular notes you may want to put in here. And then you put in their address, and it will automatically calculate the latitude and longitude coordinates for you. And then this contact admin only is a nice place to kind of put the person you're working with at that particular merchant location, their name, their phone, and their email. This is not shown to the club members. So I'm going to hit cancel. And so then if I wanted to add a new offer, I would just simply do the same thing, except I click add and I do fill out this form. The only thing just when you hit upload file here, I'll just show you how to do this real quick. It's going to ask you to choose a file. Let me just show you the easiest way to do this is, let's say, let's go to Google, and let's say you wanted to upload a Subway. Search for Subway logo. Select images. Even that's not like this is a large 2,000 by 680 pixels. Even one that's kind of small, 200 or 400, so this one's not bad. I right-click on that image, and I save image as, and I'm just going to put it out here and name it Subway logo. I just want to put it in that JR Stuff folder. So now when I come back here and I choose File, and I go to JR Stuff, here's my Subway logo. I select it, and then I click to save the image. So once you see this number here with a JPEG, you know you've got that up there. So now I can say test again. I'm going to give it an, you don't have to give it an expiration, by the way. You can leave it blank. Enter in my address just for brevity, and I'm going to click Add Perx Offer, and now that will show up on your discounts right here. That's how easy it is to manage and add your merchant discounts within your Perx site. Any questions?
You make it look easy. This is Lyle, but I'm sure that when I'm alone and trying to do that, it won't be as easy as you just made it look.
Well, the great thing is I'm recording this, so we may be able to put that out there so you can watch it for our reference. And we are actually creating videos for these types of things, so it'll make it easier to reference and go back and watch it. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a dozen employees that are in. There's a dozen employees that I would have here that would probably be able to navigate this quicker and faster and more efficiently than myself.
Oh, no problem. That's fine. So what I'm showing you now is a preview of your actual app, and it's running in an emulator on the web, so it's a little bit slow, but it does let us actually show you how it actually looks. So now if I go to my Perx tab, I'm also selected the category on that.
Did you say that's what's actually you were able to put that on? What was that about the website? What we just saw, that was what would be, we would actually put a link on the website like that?
Oh, if you wanted a link from your website to your Perx site, you would use this address right here.
But what are clubs putting on their websites? Are they actually putting something that looks like that that homepage? It looks like a homepage.
Yes, yeah. So most clubs are just creating a link from either their navigation or a button from their main site. It's their Perx Advantage off merchant discounts, which then links them over here. And of course, it has all your colors and graphics and all that. So that's looks like and feels like your brand. Now you can, if you know how to create an iframe or have the ability to put this page inside of your website using a frame, you can do that as well.
Lyle, because you're close to Don and Kim, do you ever look at their website?
Actually, I don't, but you're probably going to say that they've got it dialed in.
Well, what they did, they're like you. They're a multi-gym owner, so they didn't want their members stumbling between 3 locations. So, they built a landing page. I think it's goldsgym.com/Hudson Valley.
Uh-huh.
And that takes you to a landing page, and the Perx Advantage Offers is one of the tabs on there, and that's just a hyperlink. So you can see how they did it, and believe me, it's not that hard, and I'll always be here for you daily. So when you need things, we'll also here and help you with them. But when you do fast ads for members in DataTrack, entering a merchant is just like doing a fast ad. You're filling in the text fields that are required. The only thing that takes more than 15 seconds is like JR showed you. When you add a logo, you've got to go get it out of Google, park it somewhere. Typically, I lay mine on the desktop, and then just go insert it back in as a file. And that takes 15, 30 seconds. But you can typically finish up with a merchant, I would probably say, in 60 seconds total.
Oh.
And JR's laid it out perfectly. You follow that format from A to Z, you're done.
All right.
The great thing about it is once you hit the submit on that form, it's now live in your app as well. So I'm just going to walk you through the app, kind of show you what's in the app first, and I'll show you how to admin content within the app if you want to do that as well. So here we've got both locations. I've got a pre-program for the map, calling, and website, emailing of each. Obviously, a lot of those fields are the same because you don't really have a designated difference other than probably the phone number and the map. This is your group schedule. And we're loading this as a PDF, and we got this from your website. Here's an event tab, and I just put like a test event inside of here, something like for a Turkey Day 5K run. Because when we submit this to Apple, we can't have anything that's empty. So the next step, once we walk through this with you, is we will submit this to Apple, get their approval, and then say, okay, you can now go in and change the content within here. So until they approve that, you're going to see some content in here that we put in for some test purposes that you may or may not have when you go live. This outdoor exercise is kind of, we found a couple good walking trails, biking trails in your area. And again, you don't have to have this, but it's something Apple really likes to see, so we include it when we submit it. We also have some workout tunes. People can actually, we've pre-selected some workout tunes within the Apple Store. You could buy off of iTunes if you wanted. Again, anything you're seeing right now, you do not have to have, but we include it, like I said, to get it through the Apple process. Here are definitions of all of your classes. Again, all content coming off of your website. So we pre-populated a majority of the content in here for you. And again, coming from your website. We've taken all of your trainers, which, by the way, I really liked the way you did your trainer information, breaking it up by your education, expertise, and bio. So that fit really nicely within this format.
Thank you.
One of the things I think we'll use as a sample of a suggested method. So then here's our club alerts. So these are the in-app alerts that you can send. And I'll show you how to send those in the admin area, but you get a history of all the app alerts that you may have sent. So if someone downloads the app tomorrow, you sent an alert, let's say last week, about a new class you may have started, they can still get that information even though they didn't even have the app when you sent the alert. We've also got your Facebook and Twitter already tied in. So any updates you do on Facebook or Twitter are automatically updated within the app. No need to do any changes.
You know, I'm hoping Holly sees. Holly, are you aware how they're tying this all in?
Well, I know it's the app for the phone.
Here's your YouTube video.
Yeah, like
they built it. I get that.
So with the website, how you're building this app, how do we describe, like, how does it relate with use of the website or Facebook, or like when would people use this app?
You're going to find your app in the Apple App Store and the Android App Store. So you know how you can get apps on your phone from either one of those places,
Right.
you're going to be in there as Mac Fitness with your own logo, your own download, your own rating system. You're going to be in the App Store. That's where people will find you. So they can go to the App Store and you say you either can scan a QR code, which we will give you, which will take you to the download page, or you can just go to the App Store and search for Mac Fitness and you will come up. And then they download it and add you to the phone. And then once they have you as an app on the phone, you're going to have an icon on your phone to launch whenever they want to find out any information about your club, your schedules, your classes. They can access your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube. And really the only thing you're going to have to or want to keep up with is your group schedule. And if you have, let's say, events that you want to let people know about inside the app. Anything you do inside of Facebook or Twitter, you do that as if you normally would, and it will flow right in here. If you post a video on YouTube, it will automatically get loaded in here.
Oh, wow.
So it's really you don't have a whole lot to keep up with because we've taken all your content that you've already got on your website, including your amenities here. Now, if you change your website, let's say you change the verbiage or something in here on these particular things, you'll want to go into the administration area for the app and change that, and I'm going to show you that next. But first I wanted to walk you through the whole app so you could see all the parts within it, how it all works together, and all the pieces that are available to your members.
Yeah.
That's kind of the nickel tour. Also, these areas here are hot, so I can click these areas as they go by. For instance, I click this, and it's going to take me to your Facebook and Twitter. So the first item on the, actually, let's see, it's a little bit slow with the emulator. The first item on your slider there was your Perx discounts, so people can find those just by touching the first item that comes up on their app. So, and then it'll just cycle through and go back. So that's kind of your app in a nutshell. Now I'm going to show you where, and I'm going to give you this address in an email. But this is where you log in to change any content within your app, like for instance your schedule or let's say an event. And those are really the only two areas that you really have to worry about if you're happy with the way everything else is, because as you update, like I said, your Facebook, your Twitter, YouTube, that's going to just automatically be updated inside of it. Your login is going to be MacFit, a contraption. Again, I will send you this in an email. And this is your dashboard for managing all the content within your app. So as you can see, these items here correlate with the tabs within your app. Contact Us, Group, Events, Outdoor, and then inside the More, Contact Us, Group, Events, Outdoor, and then everything that's inside of here. So this is where you can go in and create a new tab if you wanted to, or let's say temporarily disable one by selecting Edit, and clicking that right there would make it inactive. But for the most part, you're really not going to have a whole lot to do inside of here. This is the functionality tab of your app. The content area is where you actually make changes to what's behind each tab within the app. So again, here you can see each one has its own name and it correlates to a tab within your app. So if I were to go to, let's say, the group schedule, and it looked like you had your schedules divided by seasons, so you've got fall, so you should be good till, let's say, I don't know, whenever you want to have your winter one, you would do add PDF, and you'd give it a name of winter schedule. And you've got that PDF somewhere on your hard drive, or however you create that. You're going to choose File, find that file on your hard drive, select Open, and then Save. And that will then add it as another listing for, let's say, winter schedule. And once you hit Save, the next time you load your app, it will be within the app, and that's all you have to do. So let's say you wanted to create an event. Maybe you wanted to have some kind of New Year's party. You would do add an event. You can also do recurring events if you want, but you can create a graphic for it or leave it empty if you want. Give it a date, a time. So we got a New Year's Eve party. That apostrophe is not, is it? New Year's Eve party. And you give it a description here. Sure to register. Front desk. And this is very much like Word. You can center it, you can bold it, you can give it some color, change the size. Usually I like about a 4-point size just so that it reads well on the phone. Make it dark blue. And I'm going to hit Save Changes. And now I have a new event that's now available inside your app.
When we sign up people, what would be the easiest process to get everybody on board with this benefit?
You just tell them to go download the app from the Apple Store or the Android Store based on which phone they've got.
Yeah.
And then you're going to hand them their card that has the expiration date on it of the current year that we're in. I think we printed yours for 2013. And they can just simply show the card whenever they load their discounts or show their discounts, find a discount they want to use, go visit that merchant, and show them their card to get the discount. And then anything else that's inside the app, they just access the app by loading the app on their phone anytime they want. You can see now there's my New Year's Eve party. I'm going to go ahead and delete that because it doesn't really make sense. But you can see if you wanted to add, let's say, another pin on the map for an outdoor activity, each area that you select loads the correct interface down here to either add or edit existing things. Okay? And really, everything else has already been set up for you from your website and or just functionality within the app. So the simplest thing you really have to keep up with is your schedule and events that you have. And that is at its base the most simplest form of really managing your app. Inside of here we do have appearance where you can change background images or colors, but you really don't have to get into that at all.
And the next one is
set up for you.
Don't jump.
No.
JR, I received Lyle's data release authorization forms today for his 2 locations. Can you give him a simplistic overview of how that API information from ABC is going to benefit him with the virtual Perx Advantage card as well as a member key tag?
Yeah, at the point when we release our next version, we're going to have the barcode for the members within the app so they can load that inside the app and scan that with your scanner if you support the 2D, if your scanner supports 2D scanning off of a device like a phone. So they can then use that to check in, and that would also be tied to your actual ABC account, meaning that within the app we're going to have a virtual card where once I find, let's say, a discount, I can just hit a button within the app, show the card, and the card will actually check to see if I am a valid active membership using my actual ABC account. So that's our next version release that by you giving us permission to hit the ABC account on your behalf, that is what we will be doing with that information. So in short, you'll have your members will be able to have a tab, and most likely it'll be the first tab within the app right here that will look like a barcode that they can use to check in.
Yeah, there's something that a lot of members try now, which is a key tag. It's an app on either phone, you know, Apple or Droid.
Yep.
You know, I didn't actually think about the scanners being 2D because they don't work.
Right.
You know, what we have, the scanners that we have now from ABC.
Yeah, that's why. And we know the version that does. So we can send you that information.
Yeah, that must be the catch. So anyway, when people come in with the app key tags and it doesn't work, you know, we just take the numbers off the back and just punch them in and same thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It would be interesting because a lot of people.
If you change your scanner device to an actual 2D scanner, it will work. So.
No, I'm sure it would. It's just too bad we didn't know that, you know, when we set up the system a year ago now.
Right.
That it needed to be.
Yeah, I think it's fairly new. So, are there any other questions?
Could you, for my benefit, could you go through one more? We'll put the restaurant on, new business add-on from start to finish.
Sure. So I'm now on your site, right? So I'm MacFitnessKingstonPerksAdvantage.com, so that's where I'm at. I've already logged in, so I don't need to log in because there's my Perks Manager. Because once I log in, no one sees this Perks Manager tab except you when you log in as an administrator. Okay, so now when I hit Perks Manager, here are my businesses.
And how you have the administrator password right there?
No, he said
it's right here. I will email to you, or you can write it down if you want.
Yeah, I'll jot it down.
I'll just take a shot of it. That's it right there?
Mm-hmm. Got it?
Got it.
We good? You grabbed it? I don't want to move it on you. Okay, so let's say you've got the form, because we do give you forms that you can hand to your merchant to fill out, and that form has every one of these fields in it exactly as you see here. So you can simply take that form and select your category, your merchant name.
Sabonis. Let's put, okay. I wanted to do a test one that I have that I agreed to.
Who's Steven? Danny?
Yeah.
I owe you an apology. You were right. I was wrong. Just went back to...
No. Oh, it looks different than that. It's
Yeah.
just,
So
yeah,
Sabonis, so the name of the restaurant would be Sabonis. So Billy, Big Bill.
1 second, guys.
If I did a commission, an email, if I want to do a commission for new sales, everybody just email it to you and Terry. You know, and then I'll put whatever qualifier, no, you know, no double discounting or whatever. Okay. You'll get it out to everybody?
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, I have a restaurant that I just spoke to. It's going to do 10% off. They're a local pizza salad restaurant. The name of it is Sabonis. And so just if you just throw Sabonis in there.
Oh, you're right. It's S-A-V-O-N.
Let's try to just do this one, Holly, as a sample.
Yeah, I get you.
And then we have one down. We can put the other ones in on our own. So we put, we would probably designate somebody to coordinate this just so that we doesn't get bogged down.
Sure.
Hubs are doing it.
Lyle, are you looking at the computer? Can you see it?
I am. Yep.
Okay.
10% off your order. Show your Perks card to receive your discount.
I mean, he does have an expiration, so no need to put that on there.
Expiration, make active, make the merchant logo. And then Holly, do you know how to do? Did you watch him when he was doing the logo? If it's not a Google, can we get most logos from Google? Almost anybody, even if they're small private business.
Well, if they have a website.
They have a website.
If they have a website, we can get the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You got it. Or if they don't, you take your camera or you take your phone to their place of business and you take a picture of their sign and use that. But pretty much you're going to be pretty safe to assume that you're going to be able to find a logo.
Okay. So then then the next thing was their email.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so this restaurant can give me their email. That's great. All right, so.
Make sure it's not on there?
Nope. Then after email comes their phone. All right, so we can plug that in. Let's just plug this phone number in while we're at it. 845-382. 845-382-1800. It doesn't look like this restaurant has a website.
Yeah.
So the merchant notes, basically, we basically repeat the order. Show your Perks card, get 10% off.
You can leave it blank. Actually, there's no need to fill anything in there.
Same thing. So then then just plugging it. Oh, and then we got. I see. It's got the whole street address. So we jumped down a street address. We got 1080 Morton Boulevard. So 1080 Morton Boulevard. And then the city is the town of Ulster, and it's New York.
That's A-L-S-T-E-R?
Town of Ulster is this U-L-S-T-E-R. Just wanted you to see one go through. Town of Ulster, New York. That's right, you need this too.
John Smith comes out, Matt Sarardi.
You have the zip?
12401.
12401. And I'll just assume that we don't have a logo at this point.
All right.
No, it'd be a website deal probably. Did
And
we need a contact name at all or no?
If you don't have a logo, we just put a shop logo there for you, so it still looks nice. And there you have it.
Oh yeah, it just pops in a restaurant. Very nice.
So now if you go to Google,
the last click.
Fine.
Last click you had before, was there? I didn't actually. When in the end it was just. Was there like a finish button or a end?
Mm-hmm.
Probably do Savona's in Kingston, New York. I think it would narrow it down.
Well,
yeah, because Tottery is not the right one. The first one's not the right one. I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, maybe that. Nope, not Plaza. That's his mother. Not that one. Not 32 Broadway. Go down a little farther.
There's a logo right there.
We could try the images, but nope. Plaza Pizza's down by me. That's his mom. Nope. The other one, this other Savona's his mother. That one. Yep. That's it. That's it. You got it. See, there's two brothers and a mom that'll all have the pizza places.
So I just saved that to my hard drive.
JR, are you hitting save link or save image?
Save image. When you right click on it, you do.
I know how to do that one. I'm good with that.
We weren't sure. It shows your mouse disappearing.
Yeah, I didn't see how I didn't see his final click when he got everything live.
And then if you right click on this, you can do save image as. Now I'll come back and edit this one. Like the font. Choose my file. Click save. And then hit update at the bottom.
Oh, you still missed this.
Now you have your logo.
We don't want to be one of those high-maintenance clubs that calls you for questions on everything.
I mean, it's pretty.
Once you do one or two, it's pretty easy to keep up with.
Lyle, what's your cell phone number?
203, it's a Connecticut number. When 203-470-6646.
And then you can see here it is on the map for you already as well.
Yeah, so that's really cool, the map feature too.
Mm-hmm. So you can go in and kind of search by proximity, and then you can select each pin, see what ones are what. And if you pull it up on your phone, you can get point-by-point directions from wherever you're at, whether you're across town picking up the kids, and you're like, I know we got this pizza discount. I don't know which Savona's it is. Oh, well, I'll use my phone, and I know it's this one, and I'll use my GPS, and I can get driving directions from wherever I'm at.
So, like right now, if we're looking at that, the page we're looking at now, we have all the passwords we need, Hal?
Yeah, they're right there. I got them.
To go in and do administrative.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you not to log into this one yet until we get it through Apple and make any changes.
I mean, this is a little bit more advanced than I actually was expecting myself. I mean, you know, you've got that graphics. You know, you moved over graphics, and I mean, it's probably pretty cool, but probably pretty cool look. I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'd want to, you know, every new member, we'd want to make sure that if they had the capability to put it on their phone, that just plugs in, plugs in other stuff that's going on, special events, like you said, and
you want this to be part of your member sign-on for sure. You want to say, okay, and the last thing we'll do is make sure you've got our app so you can save your way to a free membership.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to be able to utilize that aspect of the benefit.
And we've actually got a sheet that shows you a way to kind of present that to your prospective member that shows them how they can save their way to a free membership. So it actually is a sales tool for you.
Yeah, Chris, you and I had the best conversation in August, and with all good intentions, I was like excited to get this rolling literally, by October 1st. And our after-school program started, and end of summer, and boy, just one thing led to another. And we didn't run with it as fast as I really had hoped to. But now the new goal would be just to try to have this up and running with a good list by the January 1st.
Yeah, it would be a good New Year launch, I would think.
Lyle, you should have an email from me over the last couple of weeks. If you'll look at it well, I sent you all of these attachments that you're going to need with the merchants. But I will be there for you to hold your hand through every bit of this because this is enjoyable. And I promise you, it's a lot easier than you think. I promise you it's a lot easier. It's easier than doing a fast ad for a member.
Clubs or clients, are they emailing the application and the information? Are they emailing it to their customers, or are they walking in and handing them over and doing eyeball-to-eyeball presentations?
3 ways. The primary way is going to be 3 ways. First, during the tour process, you're going to mention during the tour for them to remind you about the Perks Advantage program, which you will do when you finish your tour. You're going to sit them down, whether you're using Visual Fitness Planner or you're using just a hard copy rate sheet, which I did forward to you. We integrate the Perks Advantage program and discounts into the rate sheet to show the member that we're going to help them obtain a complimentary membership because the local merchants want to reimburse them and help them with their membership. That's the first way. You're going to make sure that member onboarding. I've enrolled you. You've allowed me to help you load your app on your phone real quickly. When you get home, ma'am or sir, do the same thing to your tablet always have it at your beck and call. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to promote it inside of the facility to your existing active members through either a flyer campaign or through a poster campaign, and we're roughing all of that out for you. And then the third way, especially because you're an ABC customer, allow their marketing department to assist you. I don't know if you're using them for regular email correspondence, but you can work with Sandy Payne or with your buddy, Dana Milkey, in the marketing department. They can help you convey all this information to please make sure to come in and get your current Perks Advantage card, load your app through the Apple or Android marketplace. You're just going to communicate it. You're just going to communicate it. This is going to be the thing that you stand for daily. You're going to make sure that you're the only operator in the local area that is attempting to give their memberships complimentary membership privileges. And that's what distinguishes you from everyone else. Everyone's got 4 walls and cool air conditioning and cool stuff, but you're doing something no one else is doing.
Yeah, no, that you're pretty dialed in on that approach. When you see your clients that are getting the business customers to agree, I was just trying to get a sense of, is the highest percentage of new businesses that are being added to the list for preferred businesses and discounts, are they attained by phone calls, by face-to-faces, or by emails?
First, you're going to do it by face-to-face visits.
Yeah, okay.
You want
So the face-to-face visit still is the number one
Absolutely.
way to get a business on this plan.
Yes, sir. You want your sales management, your general management, and all of your sales department to understand you have just provided them with a tool to make closing of sales easier, more efficient, and if anyone's making monies based upon long-term EFT, you've got a retention tool now. Everyone, let's get out. Let's go get the 20, 25 most popular businesses. Let's get them involved. My recommendation would be free of charge to start with, because you've got to have some sticky. You've got to have somebody in this program. Help these merchants, give it to them for free, provide it to your members for free, get every one of your categories filled up with 3, 4, 5 merchants at least each. Work on the restaurant category primarily because people eat 20-something times a week. That's going to be your most frequented category. And then all of a sudden you'll find that with your rate presentation that you can close like you've never closed before, and your retention will be at the highest level it's ever been because you're helping people save money. And if you take money out of the equation, you'll keep more and join more. But the sales department has to lead the charge because you're giving them a chance to make their jobs easier.
Oh, yeah, and I recognize that for sure.
Then after that, you can do phone calling. We actually use, in our market, we've got a couple of local publications that do some really beautiful advertising, some local magazines. We get back in there and say, yeah, we're one of your advertising partners. We advertise just like you do. And we let them know what we've got. This is what it is. This is what it's called. This is what it does. Oh, and by the way, it's either free or you can modify that. We do now $25 to get into it, $25 annual fee every October. And only $25 basically a year to be a merchant participant. That's nothing. But at 100 businesses, that generates you $2,500 a year.
Well, when did you start that
program?
When did you start the $25?
About 6 weeks ago.
That's a new twist to the whole thing.
That's what I'm doing to mine, because now we've got a year into it. They see we've got 90-something local businesses, and now no one wants to fall out of it, because if they do, all their competition's still in it. I've got them hooked now. They're in the boat. They've got no choice. They can't jump back in the water.
It's like you got an annual rate guarantee now.
Yeah, and I have a young
you have
lady
like an automatic one of those Planet Fitness annual maintenance fees.
Oh yeah. Well,
you have an
we've always had
additional
that for our
fee.
club. Yeah, we go out to each business now. I've got a young lady that goes out. I pay her $10 a business. She goes out. She gives them their in-business merchant form to fill out. We want to make sure all the data is correct. Let's go through it real quick and validate it. Here's also an in-business merchant listing form that we give you. Fill out all this information, post it somewhere close, teach your staff what the offer is, that you're in a relationship with the local health club that has Perks Advantage. Make sure your staff understands anything. We don't want any mistakes to be made on the merchant part as well as on the customer part. And the third thing is, let's make sure you have a fresh window decal on your storefront window. Let's pull that old one off and let's put this new one on. Get them to shake hands, sign, we agree, walk out the door. When she brings me back that approval, she goes through about 5 or 6 items that she's got to do. I'll pay her $10. I want you to see no more than 10 businesses a week. I want to spread them out. I don't want a humongous expense. but for $100 a week, I will pay someone to go out and revalidate my relationships with my merchants.
Would
The
you
great
do the
thing
same
is
thing
you
for the
now
new
have
businesses?
your
If somebody
logo
who
out
just-
on all those merchants as well. So, and the other easiest way to get merchants on board is how many members probably ask you a week to put a business card or a flyer at your front desk. Now you can say, well, we don't do that, but we have something better. You can have your business provide a discount to your fellow members, and you can be listed in our app. Then you will get a lot of participation just from your members alone of wanting to be listed within the app that all the members they're trying to reach are using.
Right.
Absolutely.
So the card, the decal on the door, and the app, basically are the two main ways to determine who's a participating business.
You got it.
Yep.
Now the website. Now, would the website have Perx information, or would all the info? Like, say I don't have, say a person's walking around without one of the phones that can handle this app.
Right. That's what the website's for.
So then they would just go to the website to see all the businesses that are participating.
That's correct.
Right.
So like
And use the card.
What our website, the reason I was asking is like the next step for our website person, let's just say we had 10, 20 businesses right now to start. With our website person, then we give that person the password admin, get into the app and then move the app into our website. Is that how that would work?
No, you just would create a link, a button off of your website, maybe make it look like the Perx card or whatever, and
that's all it would be. We just a link like almost on our homepage. Is that how most businesses, the clubs are doing it on the homepage?
Yes.
You got it.
Yep.
Correct.
I got to look at some more clubs. Sorry about that, Chris. I should
No.
have done that,
And definitely use Kim and Don. They're right around the corner from you. Look at how they did it. They did it beautifully. Because once again, remember, they're a multi-gym, so using their model would work more because you're in the same scenario.
I think we work more hours than those two guys. I'm teasing. Yeah, that's. I'm just like, where does the time go, Chris? I don't know where it's just like evaporating on me. I can't believe I'm on the roof trying to button up our roof for the winter, and I can't believe it's mid-November.
Oh, we're 70-something degrees tomorrow and bright blue skies.
All right. We were freezing. We had frost. We had snow yesterday. Anyway, this was really helpful, and it was really really appreciative that you gave us your time to kind of walk us through the baby steps on this.
Yeah, no problem.
And it really does look nice what you've got. So easy enough to create the link, correct? I mean, we could even, if we had 10 businesses on, we could create it tomorrow and they could pop into this. It could go live, or we'd want to wait a couple days.
No, the website is live as is. Whenever you want to link to it, I would recommend getting 10 to 15 businesses in there, so it looks like it's got some stuff in there. And we will be submitting the app tomorrow to Apple, and it will probably take 10 to 14 days to get them to approve it. And then once that's approved, it will be, we will give you the QR code that you can use that people can scan, or you just say look for keyword Mac Fitness in either the Android and Apple Store, and then the app will be available to download and have all the information that we just walked through with you, as well as all your Perx merchants that you've got. So I would definitely start using this time to build up that merchant list and tell your members about it for sure, because again, they'll be your first great resources for places where they work and they want to advertise to your members. So
that's true. Get after our members. Really try to get some of the lists from our members of who they want discounts with.
Yep.
Chris had mentioned that, and I never jumped on that.
Well, now you're ready to go.
Provide places that would be meaningful to them.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. This was great. Holly, you have any other